Hello guys, welcome to another FU Money. Here we are, it's Saturday, it's day for the live show, and it seems that we are getting crazy with Ethereum, and Bitcoin is also trying to get crazy together with its younger brother, let's call it like that, instead of shitcoin, for those that like the Ethereum. I hope the audio is good. Please guys tell me something. We had a few problems today. I was planning to start the stream at 6 p.m. but there was a problem with the internet again, so I had to delay it to 7. Hey Bichimoku, you are here today on time. That's good. Okay guys, if the sound is good, please tell me. Number one, for good sound, good video, everything is synced. Oh, I forgot no, desktop audio was off. Okay, that's good. So guys, what do you think? Is the audio okay? 1 okay, 0 not okay. Fine. Okay, audio is fine. Hey. Okay guys, welcome. So today we are having a bit of craziness here with Ethereum. Ethereum is it's breaking out. It's almost $4,000. It's just $150 away from the 4,000. This could turn out to be a watch party while we see Ethereum reach the $4,000. Also, Bitcoin is breaking out today, so that's a good thing for the live stream today. I'm just looking before I go to screen share. I'm just waiting a few minutes so that people can join, and I will tweet one last time to tell everyone that we are live. Saturday live is live. Is instead of will. Is live now. Okay. Good. So let's see. Everything looks good here. Okay, so let's go to TradingView. Yep, Ethereum is crazy. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at one last look before we roll out the intro for the channel. We have 12 live viewers. Wow, such a big community we have today. This is the first time we start the live stream with 12 people. Not bad. Small community, but very good ones. You guys know that already. So I will also, before going to screen share, let me just explain. So for those that don't know, I was banned last weekend after buying a new computer that finally can stream live and record at the same time without any audio and video being out of sync. So today I had a problem because I was being a little stupid, and I had this setting on OBS which was wrong, and that's why the live stream was always falling behind and people were experiencing some buffering. And then I was able to find out what was the problem, and now everything looks fine. YouTube is saying excellent connection. And let's see, excellent connection, exactly. So everything looks fine, and we are still streaming and recording at the same time with this new powerful Apple Silicon M1 MacBook Pro. I'm very impressed, Apple, very impressed. I'm not getting any money for this. Apple is not paying me for this, but I have to say that the M1 is a beast. We don't even need a graphics card, so the M1 is taking care of all the processing of the computer and acting as GPU at the same time for recording and live streaming everything together, and it's not failing, so the audio and video is synced and everything looks good. Okay guys, so let's roll out the intro and then we will start with the screen share. I will see you in 20 seconds. Okay, here we are. Let's, by the way, just one note before we start the screen share. I was watching the intro now, and you guys know that I have this South Park cartoon with a t-shirt saying Bitcoin's life matters. You guys can't imagine how much I was beaten up when I published 1 or 2 weeks ago. I published a link for the videos of the channel on Reddit. And someone started saying that I was making fun of Black Lives Matter's movement because of that cartoon. And I said, look, that cartoon is exactly as South Park draw it. I just changed tokens for Bitcoins on the t-shirt because they had a t-shirt saying tokens lives matter. And I just swapped the name and wrote Bitcoins instead of tokens, and everyone was crazy because they thought I had done that t-shirt on the cartoon. It's really stupid. Some people are really stupid, and of course no one is making fun of the Black Lives Matter movement or anything like that. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep the cartoon as it is because I think it's very funny and I love South Park, and the guys did it, not me. I just changed one word on the t-shirt. Okay guys, so let's go directly to screen share because there are some things to point out today. Here we are, screen share. So I hope everything is still good. If anything is wrong with the sound, video or anything else, you just tell me on the chat and I will take a look every few minutes, and probably we can correct anything that is wrong. Okay, so here we are. Let me just go back to here. Okay, so the price to time model, as you guys know, I always start there. Let's start here. Then, of course, we will interact during the stream. Usually the stream takes about an hour, but if you guys interact a lot, probably you will get me to stay here a bit longer. Although I started the stream later today around 7 p.m. so I cannot stay here all night, of course, but we could extend it if you guys want to. So the price to time model, let's check and zoom in here. Looks good to me. We are still above the previous week candle. So we are breaking out today, Bitcoin is breaking out, and we are above the previous week candle. So that's a good sign. It's the sign that we recovered all this, so all the drop we had during the past 2 weeks, the red weeks here, we did not touch the 20-week simple moving average, and we also did not cross to the upside the threshold I have here, the exponential curved line. So in my understanding and from a price to time model standpoint, in my opinion, we are healthy and sustainable as price action goes, and if we maintain this pace, we could. So we are still in line with the price to time model to go to the top as expected. So far, of course, I said this already many times in the past, and then the past videos. I would much more like the price to have touched the 20-week simple moving average, the green line here, and have a reversal after that touch, because it would look like and be much cleaner reversal, and also a very good a textbook reversal of the price action after touching the 20-week simple moving average. As you guys know, we had that several times in 2017 before reaching the top. You guys can see it here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost 5. I will not count this, but at least 4 times that we touched and found support on the 20-week moving average, simple moving average. And we had this sustainable and healthy price action rising to the top, always finding support on the 20-week simple moving average and below the threshold of the exponential curved line. So I was expecting to have the same here for this bull cycle. Of course, we crossed already several times to the upside, and as you guys know, as soon as the price action crosses to the upside of the threshold, we are in line for a big correction, as it happened once, twice, and 3 times. Although here we did not really cross to the upside, but a very good correction was already due by this time, and some accumulation in the price action was also a very good sign that Bitcoin is still healthy and sustainable to a new rise to the top during this bull cycle. So as far as the price to time model goes, everything looks good, and that's the analysis for today as regarding the price to time model. So I have to find a way to get the chat closer to me because it's so distant, and now I have this new laptop which has a smaller screen, so it's not so easy to read your messages. But okay, so I see the audio is good and in sync. And Haluti and Anonymous saying that Ethereum is on a rampage. Yeah, I saw it. I was trying to configure the computer, and at some point I was looking at the price of Ethereum, and this was around 3,600 something, and after that I just looked again, and this was 3,000 and almost 900. So I guess Ethereum is during this weekend is going nuts, and that's good. That's you guys know already that when Bitcoin has this accumulation phase, Ethereum usually takes that opportunity to go up, and it has happened in the past a lot, and now it's happening again. So this accumulation phase of Bitcoin was good for Ethereum. And good for me because, you know, already my bags of Ethereum are going to be unloaded soon. So I hope that it goes to the moon before I unload my bags into Bitcoin. But anyway. Okay, guys. You please interact, and I will, as soon as possible, try to read your messages and see what's happening. Let me just maybe put the computer a bit more to the left. It's not really easy to read the chat from here. Okay. We are strong together. Perfect community, says Pedro. That's exactly my point. I believe that we are a small community, but really, really good one. Okay, gently touch the like button, guys and girls. I like this guy. Yeah, Bichimoku was the one that convinced me to say gently touch the like button instead of smash the like button, and I decided to add because we need the like button for tomorrow, so don't smash it. If you have time, can you please check Solana? Jesus, Humberto, I don't even know what that is, but we can check it. If I can find that really strange coin that you mentioned there. Okay, guys. So the price to time model is done. Unless you have any questions, and if you do, please write them, and I will go back to this chart. Let's take a look at the MRI. Whoa, this is an MRI top, guys. I don't like it. On the 4 hours, this is an MRI top. Not a good way to start the MRI strategy here. Let's check the weekly. So the weekly looks very, very good, in my opinion. We are above already of my trend line. You guys know this white line here, this diagonal white line is my trend line that I drew a lot of weeks ago when we were around here. When this point touched here, well, it didn't touch because I didn't have the line then, but then I decided to draw this trend line starting on the breakout phase and then the first correction. So I decided to draw this trend line here, and it has been a good trend line except for this week when it broke out to the downside. But after that, we already went to the upside again. So it's not bad. And we are still inside the triangle, but trying to break out of the triangle. So the trend line is now again below the price action, and the triangle is just on the breakout line with the price action right now. So that is a very good sign for me. I hope that if we don't break the triangle this time, the next time we come back down, we could touch, as you guys can see here, this green line here is the 20-week simple moving average. And look, the prediction of the 3 dots where this simple moving average is going to cross the triangle is around here. So this is 1, 2, 3 weeks maximum from the week where we are now. So the week is just ending tomorrow. So the next week will be this line, the next week after that this one, and the other week after that this one. So if we go back inside the triangle and have another retracement, it is very, very probable that we are going to touch the 20-week simple moving average finally for the first time in this bull cycle. And probably if that happens, so if we come down once more and we touch that line, probably that will be the trigger for the reversal of the price action to new all-time highs. If we don't break it before that. So that's a very good sign for the weekly chart. So let's see this. I don't like the volume is now going sideways, but slightly pointing down again. That's something I also don't like. I would prefer much more volume than we have right now. Although that's really strange. When we came back down here, the 2 red weeks, we had high volume, and now we went back up again, almost the same level as before, and the volume is lower than the previous 2 red weeks. So this means, in my opinion, this means that we have shortage of Bitcoin in the exchanges. The RSI is still on normal territory, just going sideways too, but not overbought or oversold. So we are inside the normal territory in between the 30 and the 70 lines and going sideways. The MACD is stopping being bearish. So the bars are very, very close to the same level. And the blue line, as soon as it crossed the orange line, it started to go sideways also and is now parallel to the orange line. So that's also a strong, something like a strong bullish sign that is going to cross again to the upside, or at least it's not so bearish as I was expecting before with that big drop we had a few weeks ago. And the Fisher distance from the EMA is completely going sideways, a bit distant from the 0 line, so it's not neutral, but going sideways. So it means we could be turning up to the mean really soon. Okay, so this is the analysis for the weekly chart. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily looks great. We have a buy signal on the daily, and we have a red 4 count on the weekly, which means that we could have been having the 1 to 4 correction on the weekly, and now we could restart the count on the weekly to have a new green 1 and a buy signal on the daily. And the only thing I don't like is the MRI top on the 4 hour. As you guys can see here, we have an MRI top. Exactly trying for the third time. 3 candles trying to break out from the triangle, and now the third one is an MRI top. So I don't like that. But let's go back to the daily and check this chart until the end. We had an MRI warning a few days ago, but we didn't have an MRI top because this breakdown of the trend line, this candle here, the big red candle here, just next to the MRI warning, avoided we having a 9 green, which would have been an MRI top on the daily, but we didn't. So I mentioned this on my previous video, if I'm not mistaken. And we almost found support here on the 100-day simple moving average. But the next candle was a complete reversal of the price, and we even went higher than the opening of the red candle. So we restarted the count, and this was supposed to be 1 to 4 red count, so 1 to 4 correction. But again, we did not have a fourth candle, and we are now going for the second green after, so the green 2 after the green 1, which is of course a buy signal. That's why you have the green star there on the MRI. So the daily is a bit the opposite of the 4 hours, at least at this moment in time. However, the 4 hours is less relevant than the daily. So I hope this MRI top on the 4 hours will pass quietly and without big damage to the price action. So here we are. The daily looks bullish to me. We are trying to break out of the triangle. For the daily candle, this is the first one getting out of the triangle again after these 2 attempts that failed, of course. But this is the 3rd time trying to break this resistance, and I hope the 3rd or the 4th will be a charm and successful. So the volume is declining a bit, as I said before. The RSI is now pointing up after this this nice candle we had today, which was a growth of 3.5%, almost 3.5% since the opening. And on the daily, the MACD is also bullish, becoming bullish. So we have the green bars and we have the blue line above the orange line, and they are now crossing. The blue line is already above the 0, the start of the bars, and the orange is laggy, but will catch up if we continue this breakout. So that's it for the daily, I guess. And let's take a look at the 4 hour then. So the MRI top, let's see what's happening. Here we are, the MRI top. I don't like that red arrow. And we had already this first attempt, reversal of the price action, new reversal to the upside. So it shows really good strength to attempt a new breakout for that resistance. However, it just hit the MRI top. I don't like it. Let's see how this evolves. And this is still 1.5 hours away from the new candle. So it's possible that we just remain a bit quiet right now and possibly just going back down a bit to the trend line. It's possible we find support on previous support levels that were plotted here on the chart. And if the new candle starts, and this new candle is really strong, it's possible that Bitcoin can ignore this MRI top on the 4 hour and continue the rise up on the next candle. Let's see what happens. It's just 1.5 hours away. I don't know if I'm still going to be here, unless you guys really want me to stay and don't allow me to go. So let's see what happens. The volume is going sideways again. RSI pointing up like crazy on the 4 hours. That's good because that candle is very, very nice and big in size. So that's why the RSI started going up like in a 45-degree angle. The MACD is also very, very bullish. You guys know that already. We have all these green bars here, the blue above the orange, and we are now on positive territory. So the MACD looks very good on the 4 hour. And the BitMEX funding rate, let's take a look. Let's take a look here. So 0.05, including the premium. So it's not bad. It's not good either, but it's not bad because it could be much worse with this big candle there. We could be already above the 0.11 threshold that you guys know is my threshold. So, of course, this one of the reasons that the BitMEX funding rate has been so low is because of the reset of a few days ago of all the leveraged positions that existed on the exchange. So I guess not so many people are long now. Also, not so many people are short. So that's why the BitMEX funding rate is not really, really big right now. So it doesn't have such a big influence on the price action. We continue to go up, although this is an MRI top and I see the candle just going up. I started the video and this was around 59,000. We are now $300 above the price action of when I started the video. Okay, so this is the situation for the 4 hours. Let me just check the 1 hour quickly. And I will go back to your questions. Don't worry, guys. So yeah, the 1 hour is again a buy signal. So we had an A extension. Bitcoin did not care about it. It just said, fuck you, extension A. I'm going up today. And that's it. And we are already on the 3rd hour of breakout. So the BitMEX funding rate is also not even close to my threshold of 0.11. It's not even half of that. So that's good. Let's go back to the 4 hour before checking the Pro Indicators framework. So for you guys that don't know my my strategy already, so I divide my strategy in 2 indicators. So one is the MRI, and I use that one to identify aggressive price reversals and the possibility of 1 to 9 candles following trends, 1 to 4 corrections, and vice versa if this would be a bearish, a bear market. Sorry. And this one is where I usually, the Pro framework is where I identify my ranges. And I, after identifying the ranges, I trade the ranges, as you guys know already, going long on the 2nd range boundary, taking profit on the 3rd range boundary. And if a 4th range boundary occurs, then we have a new long opportunity to go long. We have an invalidation. I just looked at the chart, and the 3rd range boundary prior was invalidated. Also, we have a bear signal. So we have an MRI top, and we have a bear signal. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it. This was the previous 3rd range boundary inside this square. This is now invalidated because the price action went to the upside and broke out that level. So the yellow diagonal is now pointing to this high here. And this high here has a bear signal, which is this red triangle. So it's telling me that the biggest probability is that we could go down from here and possibly form a 4th range boundary. However, I see the price action like crazy, regaining all this retracement we had in the previous candle, the previous 4 hour candle. So it's not easy to decide here. We are now just going down a bit. I saw the candle just going down. However, I have to invalidate this 3rd range boundary, and I have to move it here because we are now in a new 3rd range boundary. There you go. Let me just... So the 3rd range boundary we have now is outside of the ranging channel, so that means I have to adjust the ranging channel to there. Let me see if this is on this exact point of the 3rd range boundary. Exactly. Now I have to adjust this one here a bit to touch the 2nd range boundary, and we have a new ranging channel. This is a good sign because if we form a 4th range boundary, this means that now the 4th range boundary has to be a bit more to the upside. So the 40K level, if Bitcoin was thinking about going back there, is less and less probable by the day. So now that I adjusted this, I have the chart correctly plotted. We now have this ranging channel, 1st range boundary, 2nd range boundary, 3rd range boundary. So what happens here? Well, in a bull market, you usually take profits from a 3rd range boundary, But I'm actually seeing that today is a possible breakout day, so I don't know. Maybe instead of taking profits, I put a stop loss above that level there, and if we cannot go and break that resistance, this big orange rectangle, this is the resistance we have to break. If it's not possible to break this resistance, the probability that we are going down for some new retracement is going to be higher than expected. So I have to check the levels, but probably I could take some profit as a stop loss instead of just taking the profit right now. Sorry guys, let me just stop the mic for a second here. Sorry for that. I had to turn off the mic just for a second there. So I hope you guys can see it. So this is my new plot for the Pro framework. You guys already know the second range boundary is the opportunity to go long. The third range boundary is the opportunity to take profits because we are in a bull market. If this was a bear market, the third range boundary would be in the opposite direction and would be the opposite action. So, but I will get to that someday when we actually enter a bear market. So I'm still undecided about what to do. I will wait for some time, but as we are still above the 59,000 level, I will not do anything while I'm on live stream. And let's go to the chat. So guys, tell me something. Any questions? Do you want to see Ethereum right now? Or do you want to have any doubts clarified about my Bitcoin analysis? Short Doge? Yeah. Actually, I deleted Doge from my radar a few days ago because Doge is now completely irrational. Well, thank you, Maria. That's a good idea. Just to tell me when I have to zoom here on the chat. It's much better. So let's see. In alts, now in BTC will be consolidating for a few more weeks. I would not mind. So Halun Anonymous said, "I'm that." So BTC keeps dropping. No, actually BTC is not dropping. I see BTC going up. So if you consider this ranging channel, BTC was dropping here, and after this second range boundary, it's going up. So I don't really see Bitcoin dropping. But anyway, if Bitcoin is dropping, if you consider that being below the all-time high is still dropping, well, we are trying to get above it again. But this is an accumulation phase, and I don't mind an accumulation phase because usually when the accumulation phase is very long in time, what happens is the breakout is much more violent than a normal breakout without any accumulation phase. So I don't see that as a problem. I see that altcoins are getting higher levels of price action because Bitcoin is just accumulating, and you guys already know that Ethereum, over all these years that I've been in this market, I always notice that every time Bitcoin is ranging or accumulating, Ethereum uses that opportunity to go higher. So people usually transfer money from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and even the pair Ethereum Bitcoin gets a higher price level. So in my opinion, that's just normal in the market, and people are getting tired of or bored of the price action of Bitcoin just going sideways, and probably they are transferring some value from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and that makes Ethereum go up, and someday Ethereum will come down and Bitcoin will continue rising as usual, being the the king coin of all. So I don't see any problem with the accumulation phase. I even prefer accumulation phase before a breakout instead of just having a breakout without any accumulation and no volume. And that becomes a very weak breakout, possibly turning into a fake out because there is no accumulation and people will not have a support level just below that breakout. Okay, so short Doge, yeah. So I would not touch Doge now, unless you really like the adrenaline. If you like the adrenaline of touching Doge, because Doge is really crazy right now. It's becoming irrational, and I'm not even looking at Doge since a few days ago. I stopped looking at Doge because, in my opinion, it's now an irrational asset, and you cannot even predict anything about Doge because there is one crazy guy called Elon Musk that is, of course, tweeting about this, if not every day, at least a few days a week. And you cannot predict anything with TA if there is one person has such influence over the asset that it can even control the price action to the upside or to the downside at will. And I don't like assets when there is only one person that can move that asset so in such big moves like Elon Musk can. So I'm not interested in Doge. I would much prefer Elon Musk to shield Bitcoin, and it's not easy to move Bitcoin because it's bigger than 1 trillion market cap already. So I guess it's not so easy to move it as Doge. But I would prefer him to continue, buying Bitcoin, selling Bitcoin, whatever he does, but talking about Bitcoin because that's what people need to validate their actions on buying Bitcoin or not. So if they recognize important people or at least influent people believing in Bitcoin, that's what we need for this market. So Harlan Anonymous was asking about dominance. So let's check the dominance here. Well, I believe that we reached the bottom for the dominance. So it's very probable that we will see. We have been having a price squeeze all this time down here. Let me just put this on weekly. Sometimes I just forget. I look at the charts and I forget I'm not on the weekly one. So let me check the levels, guys. Let me use Fibonacci so I can understand this better. You know already I have a crazy Fibonacci. What the hell is that? Okay, so we have exactly the same level there, so let's try. Yeah, exactly. So it's aligning with the Fibonacci levels of the indicator itself. So guys, we are now entering the red area. So I believe this BTC dominance going down is about to be over soon. I don't believe this is going to continue much longer, and probably we will see, like, just you saw this absolute minimum level of 35 in January 2018, just after the all-time high. So I don't see it going much lower. Probably we could hit 40. According to my Fibonacci's, we could go to 40 in Bitcoin dominance, but I don't know. This would be an interesting area to buy Bitcoin again, moving altcoins to Bitcoin if we reach 40, in between 36, 37, and 40. If Bitcoin dominance goes to those levels, it will be a very interesting area if you want to move altcoins back into Bitcoin. Sorry. So according to my Fibonacci levels, we are still in the dump zone a bit. If you want to arbitrage, let's say, for example, if you have a lot of Ethereum, you want to transform it into Bitcoin, 36 to 40 of Bitcoin dominance would be a nice area, or even 42 if we go inside the red area of the Fibonacci and then we retrace back up. So in my view, this is coming to an end. We are already at 40. We hit 44 and a half. Let me check here the low, 44.65. This was the lowest point so far, and now we retraced a bit back up. But if there is a kind of a surge, and let's say we enter the red zone and we go to 42 or even 40, that would be a nice level for me to, for example, move my part of my Ethereum into Bitcoin again. We most probably are going to see a double top bull cycle, and I still don't know if this is the first top already, but it doesn't look like a top for sure. But if this happens, we have a double top, then we will see that as soon as Bitcoin starts to rise up again, the Bitcoin dominance is going to go back to the normal levels. So this is my opinion on the Bitcoin dominance right now, and I'm just waiting for the nice opportunity to arbitrage a bit of my Ethereum into Bitcoin, but I believe it's still not the time. We could see Ethereum going a bit more up in the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. So let's see. Let's see. What do you mean by that? Will you get out? Will you get out the beer and popcorn for Saturday Night Live later? Are you talking about the Elon Musk live interview or something on NBC? I don't know if I can get that channel here live, at least, but I will definitely, if you are talking about that, I will definitely try to see it live, see what the crazy motherfucker is going to do. I like Elon Musk because he's a completely crazy guy. If I had 200 billion, I would be like him. Okay, let me see. No problem, Hollywood. So that's what I can see right now about the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, exactly. That Bichimoku, you are completely right. I would love Bitcoin to touch the 20-week simple moving average and then have a price reversal as it should, like textbook maneuver, and go to new all-time highs. That would be amazing. I would completely go all in if I see that happening. People are having fun. Guys, just retweet my tweets and send them on Twitter. Just try to get more people here too. Let's have fun. Let's have a watch party. Okay, guys, I didn't check Ethereum yet, so let's see. I'm having problems here. My wallet wants to fall out of my. Maybe it's because it's full of Bitcoin there. It's so heavy. Okay, so let's check Ethereum. Ethereum was going crazy today. Let's see what Ethereum is doing. So I'm gonna see the. Wow, that's great. Let's check this is the weekly. Let's check the daily here. Oh, whoa. We are reaching the level of the indicator. So we are now. I believe we are a bit overextended already in the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. Let me just check the stream if everything is going fine. Yeah, so I see my audio is going out. All the lights are green. And YouTube is saying that I have excellent connection, which is good. So I hope this one goes better than the previous one, now that I found out what was the problem. And this was just one configuration on OBS because of this new computer that I didn't know this existed. Okay, so this pair is going nuts. So we have wave 1, 2, 3. This could be an extended 3 if we go above this ceiling of the indicator. So if we have a reversal here. So this is the daily, this is the 23 Fibonacci, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is, I believe this is one of the resistances that we had in the past. Actually, no. We are still not there. I will zoom in, guys. As soon as I find what I'm trying to look for, I will zoom in and you will see better. But for me, it's easier this way. Actually, the resistance was the 23rd Fibonacci here, the green dotted line, and we are already above it. And the next resistance will be here. 0.08. This will be the next resistance, so we are still a bit away from that. So I don't really get it why the indicator is giving me that ceiling over there. Possibly a first level of resistance according to the Fibonacci levels. Okay. So what's happening here is, let me just go back and make a line here. Okay, whoa, that's too much. Yeah. So this is the next level. So let me just draw a line here. And I don't know if this is possible here. So this is the next level of resistance. And then after that one, we have this one. Around that top. I would not count the resistance as the weak because it's already started before that. So I will just move it here. So we have two resistances next, and then we have the all-time high, which I will also not count the weeks. I will put it at the top of the candle. The all-time high was really good by then. I remember this in June 2017. And this was 0.17. That was crazy. But the candle is around here, 0.15. I will plot it there. Oops, wrong line. Sorry for that, guys. Wrong line. I should have selected this one, the ray. And let's try again. Here. So these are the previous levels of Ethereum. And now I can zoom in for you guys to see it. Okay. Much better. And let me zoom now. So this is what we have to go for. So this is the first possible ceiling for the Ethereum Bitcoin pair at around 0.066. And if another 6, this would be the number of the beast, which is really weird. The number of the beast is here, just a bit above that, 666. And if we continue in this space, and I see the first level of resistance being this one, the first orange dashed line at 0.085. So we still have a ways to go here. We have some way to go here. And if this is a third wave, a third Elliott wave, wow. I can tell you guys, wow, because Ethereum is going nuts. So I'm always dropping my pen and causing all this noise. Yeah, I will not, I didn't forget, guys, I didn't forget about Solana, so just bear with me for some time. I'm just looking at the Ethereum chart, and these are the levels I'm expecting to see as resistance for this rise up of Ethereum. So I believe that we could have a third wave being extended until to this 0.085 level. And I don't like to check Ethereum below the 1 day. It's really not my thing, but let's see the 4 hour at least. Yeah, we had a nice breakout here, and we still have some space to the upside where the trend channel is indicating here the 0.066 level. So let's see, that was a really nice breakout today. I think this is, I was going to talk about all-time high, but I'm not in dollars. So this is the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. And as you guys can see, the trend channel, which is the red zigzag and the green zigzag of this indicator, tells me that we still have some room to the upside, at least there. And that would be the 0.066. That would be, for now, a local top, for example, for the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. So let's take a look at the US dollar pair. Wow, nice breakout. I like it. It's above the trend channel. And this is the 4 hour chart. It broke the trend channel actually, so it's really high. It's really high today. Ethereum is breaking out like crazy. That's good. That's good for people that really believe in Ethereum and want to hold. I also, to a certain degree, I believe in Ethereum just as a trader, not as a hodler. So I like these breakouts Ethereum has been having, and it's good for me if I want to arbitrage between Ethereum and Bitcoin, of course. So the higher Ethereum goes, the better for me, and I will take my opportunity. As you guys know, I mentioned this already, I will start thinking about the arbitrage as soon as we go to 0.08, and I will start thinking about that level for some arbitrage between my Ethereum bags and new Bitcoin bags. Let's see how this evolves. Let me take a look at the daily. That's massive. Ethereum has been having a crazy rise. Look at that. That's ginormous. So, as I said before, I'm still bullish Ethereum. I believe Ethereum can go higher than this. Let's see what happens with the Ethereum 2.0 coming in June or July. I don't remember anymore. I read something about that, but let's see what happens. Okay. So at least we can see what's happening here. Let me just take a look at the 10-minute chart. It should move really fast. So we are now accumulating for the last few minutes, 10, 30, 40, 50. For the last hour or so, we have been accumulating around this area. So this was a really nice breakout around the 4 p.m. Portuguese time. And continuing until almost 6. Yeah, 5:40. And now accumulating again. But it's not coming down, although we have a bearish signal over there. But this is a 10-minute chart. So let me check here, the 4 hour. The 4 hours doesn't give me any bear signal so far. Everything is going up. The momentum, the sine wave continues to go up. This was coming back down, but now it's going up again. So this breakout might work. And maybe it even can help Bitcoin sustain the 59,000 also. I don't know. Let's see. I like this. I like the chart. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a really big fan of Ethereum, but I like the chart. I like the way this chart is so bullish. Although we have already passed any this is beyond craziness already. For even the indicator is, as you guys see here, if I zoom in, this was the top of the trend channel here, and this was the bottom. And look where Ethereum is. we are way above the trend channel already. So we are above the trend by far. Okay, guys, let's see. Any more questions before I check that crazy shitcoin called Solana, which I never heard about? No, Halu Anonymous. My portfolio has a lot more Bitcoin than Ethereum. So let's see. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's check the dominance with the MRI. Let me just go back to Bitcoin here, and this is the one-day chart. Let's put it on 4 hour. I can see it better. What's happening there? Yeah, so we invalidated the third range boundary, so that means we are not out of the ranging channel yet, because I had to put the ranging channel. I'm just going to move it a bit because this was not exactly there. Okay. So I had to rearrange my ranging channel because the third range boundary prior to this one was invalidated. This was here and now it's there. So I have to rearrange my ranging channel. As you guys know, this is the rule. So we are not out of the ranging channel yet. And we have a third range boundary. By the way, for the third range boundary to be completely invalidated, unless fourth range boundary here, and this could be the breakout. Well, if that happens, I will correct it. But you guys know already the rule is if we go above the first range boundary level, then the third range boundary becomes invalidated and the next range boundary becomes the first again. So that's the rule. So, okay, this is corrected. So let me check the MRI and dominance. As you guys can see, just before that, we are still on an MRI top and the candle is not even moving. It's just almost the same as it was when I started the stream today. So this MRI top on the 4 hour is not very strong, I guess, unless we, in the last few minutes, this goes completely crazy. So dominance on the MRI strategy. Let's see, 1 week. Well, this is in line with what I said. As you guys can see, we are, or Bitcoin is, on 8 of 9 count for the red. So we are on a red 8, MRI warning, MRI bottom warning. And if the next candle continues to go down a bit and forms a 9 red count, then this is an MRI bottom and it's a buy signal. So in dominance, a buy signal means you move your shitcoins into Bitcoin. So actually, thank you for reminding me of checking the dominance on the MRI, because I was checking this on the pro indicators and I was already guessing that this was the end, just looking at the structure of the price and the support context. And now the MRI is confirming exactly what I said before on dominance. And if we have a 9 red, that will be an MRI bottom. And we should consider arbitraging between shitcoins and Bitcoin. So it's a confirmation, guys. It's a confirmation of what I said before. Okay, going back to Bitcoin, we are still on the same price level. We are still above 59K. Let's see if we can hold that level above the top of the triangle and close this candle like that. I would love the candle to close above the triangle at least, or at the very least at the same level of the top of the triangle, because that would be a slap in the face of that MRI top. Let's check. Finally, let's check Solana before I forget. So I don't even know what that is. If I cannot find it, please guys, just write the ticker. Just write the ticker there on your chat. Let's see. Solana, I never heard that. FTX, Wobby, Hit BTC. So I hope this is the one you guys are mentioning. I never seen this in my life, so be prepared for a lot of crap when I analyze this, because I never seen it before. Sorry for that, guys. I needed some nicotine already. So let's see. Let's analyze the USD pair first on FTX. Sol USD. This is the 4 hour. Let's start for the. Whoa, what's that? I was going to start by the week, and this. So guys, this is an MRI top. This is the second consecutive MRI top. What do you expect when you see that? You had this exponential craziness going up, and beware, I never seen this coin in my life. I never looked at a chart about this coin. I never saw it. So this is the first time I look at this chart and I see, guys, this is going down. In my opinion, we reached an MRI top, a second consecutive MRI top. We had 3 attempts to break it. None worked. And now we are just going back down. We had a perfect 129 and a 129 here and the 129 here, extension C. The extension C was overextended to the upside. Very, very extended to the upside. So in my opinion, looking only at the weekly chart, I don't see this going back up really soon. We could probably see a nice retracement here. And maybe the only thing that could save this coin right now from a big drop is the fact that if this candle does not go below half of the green candle, or in a better configuration for the bearish case, below the green candle, then this might just be a 1-to-4 correction, which is not actually red, because we need a few more red candles to reset the count. But I don't see this coin going back up soon, so we should have a retracement here. Let me check the daily. The daily looks better than the weekly. So it looks to me that the 20-day simple moving average has been holding the price action. It has been a really good support in the past, as you guys can see here. This has been really good support. And we were a bit overextended above the 20-day simple moving average here. Then a correction. And now we touched it again, and probably we could go back to the upside. This could be, I bet this coin is doing exactly the same as Bitcoin. At least the daily looks much better than the weekly. The weekly, if I only saw the weekly, I would sell right now. The daily tells me that this could be in a nice accumulation phase, but this is only the first, after a 1-to-4 candle correction on the red. This is the first green candle here. Of course, if you see a red 2 above a red 1, that will be a buy signal according to the MRI. But this is for the short term, because in the weekly chart, I don't like it. This is the daily chart, looks a bit better, but I don't see it. I don't. You guys bet on really strange coins. I never heard about this in my life. Let's see the 4-hour. Well, the 4-hour doesn't tell me much. It's just going sideways, just accumulation, forming a nice support around here, now getting the 100 period simple moving average, the red moving average here. We have a buy signal on the 4-hour. But guys, for me this is gambling. I don't really know this coin. I don't USD. This is $42. Wow, $44 now. Okay, I never heard about this, so sorry if I'm saying something stupid, but I did not even know that this is about $45 already. This coin here. So the 4-hour is just accumulating, nothing really special. It's neutral. It's a neutral chart. The daily chart looks better because we found support here. We are now forming a nice accumulation here. As you guys can see by the volume by price indicator, we are really forming a nice support around this area. So it's possible that if Bitcoin breaks out, that this coin will follow. I would say that, although I don't know it so well. I never seen it in the past, so I don't know the behavior of this coin. But I would say that the accumulation phase looks the same as Bitcoin's. So the daily looks better than the weekly, as I said before in my. So let me sum it up. If I looked only at the weekly chart, I would sell it immediately. I would go short on it. Looking at the daily, however, I have a bit different perspective because we found support there. And we are just accumulating, forming a nice support area here with the volume by price level. So if we can break out a bit more, it's possible that if Bitcoin breaks out too, this coin will follow. So, but I would take I would be following this coin closely because the weekly doesn't look good. So that's it for Solana. Well, Samuel, I don't really hate shitcoins. I already explained this several times. I am a bit of a double personality person. I am a hodler on one side, I am a trader on the other. So as a hodler, of course, my principal goal, my major goal is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can. As a trader, my goal is to trade anything that moves or has a pulse in order to increase my hodling position. So if I see that any kind of shitcoin is good for me to increase my hodl position in Bitcoin, of course I will trade it. But there are 10,000 shitcoins in this market, or even more than that already. So you can't expect me to know about each and every one of them. So of course I never heard about Solana before. I did not know that this existed even. Call me a bit conservative, but when I started in this market in 2017, this coin didn't exist, and I bought a few shitcoins then, and I was completely wrecked in a few of them. I made good money in others. I would say that I broke even with the wrecked ones and the good ones. But I much prefer to trade Ethereum and a bit more, solid coins that have been in the market for some time, not just something that appeared yesterday or 1 year ago or something of which I don't know. So you just can't expect me to know everything about 10,000 shitcoins. So of course there will be a lot of them I never heard of, and I never even looked at a chart. So it's not that I hate them, it's that I will try to trade what gives me the best perspective and a bit of security. I'm not going to trade or just gamble in some crazy coin that showed up past week, the first time, and no one knows about it. And okay, I may put $1,000 there and become a millionaire, or I can lose $1,000. I don't know, but at least if I trade Ethereum or some other shitcoins that have been here for longer than just a few weeks, I know something about them, and my risk is lower than something I don't know. So it's not hating, it's just trying to play a bit on the safe side. That's it. Wallet full of Ethereum, you mean? No, actually, no. Well, I have a few, let's say. Did you read the article about Ray Dalio's Bridgewater CFO leaves to work on Bitcoin full time? Well, I didn't. I didn't know about this article, but I bet you can send it to me on Twitter, please. I would like to read it. 666, the number of the beast, classic Iron Maiden. Yeah, I'm from those days. Yeah, I was a big fan of Metallica when I was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And Iron Maiden and Megadeth and all those great bands. And also some others, intemporal bands like They Never Die, like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Dire Straits, stuff like that. Stuff that only Generation X knows about, and the millennials and Gen Z never heard about, but they don't know what they are missing. Those bands are from the time that you actually needed to play instruments to have music. So, okay, let's see. Anonymous fist bump me, Harry. What's happening there? Sol, okay, great work. Could you give a look at VET? Okay, another shitcoin, VET. I also never heard about it. Let's see. No problem, Umberto. You have been a loyal follower. I see you here every stream, and I know that you are also watching the recorded videos. So I bet, I don't bet, sorry, I don't gamble. So this was for you, of course. No problem. Anytime you need anything, I will analyze it. So let's see, VET USD. Never heard of that. VET dollar. So this is Bitfinex, Bing Bon. I also never heard about this exchange. Bitfinex, BitHump, that one I know. Binance, VeChain, VET. So is this the one? VET dollar here in Bitfinex? Is this the one you want me to check? Yeah, Queen also, Umberto. Queen, great band. Queen is great. I forgot those ones. I also have all the albums by Queen. So, is this the VET you want me to check? VET dollar on Bitfinex? I hope you guys can see the... Okay, so this is the one. Let's go. Okay, so we have whoa, we have many extensions to the downside. We have a second consecutive MRI top, and this is just on the daily. Let me check the weekly first. Well, it looks better than the other one for sure. The price structure looks better on VET than Solana for the weekly chart, I mean. So we had a big retracement. We are now trying to get back to the upside here on the weekly, and this is a 4-5. This is a 5 of 9 green count. So on the weekly and the monthly, we have a 6 green count. So this looks much better on the weekly than Solana for sure. We had an MRI top here, but the coin just didn't give a fuck, and it continued to go up. 2 weeks after, and we had the third week after that, a big retracement. But look, we didn't cross the bottom of the green candle. That's a very good plus sign for me. This is a very good plus sign for me because this red candle came back down. It never crossed the opening of the green candle, so it never went below that green candle there. That's a very big plus sign. And then it went back up again a bit. Then it opened this one, continuing to go up, and now it's fighting and being a bit volatile this week. So, but at least it looks better than Solana on the weekly time frame. So this is still a 5 of 9. We could still see a 9 count for the next 3 weeks. I would say 4 weeks max we could see, while maybe trying 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be a month from now. But however, the RSI is a bit out of the normal territory. We are a bit overbought. We are a bit overbought there. So I would say that it's probable that we can still go a bit to the upside, at least for 1-2 more weeks, but being very volatile. So I don't know. This is the weekly analysis. Of course, the MACD is completely bullish. The MACD is completely bullish. So you guys seen it here. This is bullish. Both lines pointing up, the green bars continuing to go up. This is a bullish configuration or structure. However, this week has been very volatile. So I guess there is a big resistance level around here at 0.25. 0.25 is a big resistance on the weekly chart. Let me take a look at the daily. Again, we have a coin that found support on the 20 period, 20 day in this case, 20 day simple moving average. It's fighting against some extensions. So we had an MRI top here. It didn't give a fuck about that. We had a buy signal, big breakout, test of the 0.27 level, then a second MRI top, a sell signal. You see the red star. So guys, let me zoom in like this. It looks much better for you, I bet. Although for me it looks like ginormous. So we had a second MRI top. We had a sell signal, a really big wick to the downside here, crossing the 20 period moving average. But then it came back up really fast. New retry of the 20. Then it found support, and it has been supported by the 20 period moving average so far. So I would say in the daily perspective, it looks a bit like Solana. So it's like it had this really volatile move, but then it found support again, and it's now crawling back up. I would say crawling because this is a shitcoin. Please, guys, allow me some fun about shitcoins, okay? Crawling back up and trying to fight the extensions A and B and possibly a C. I don't know if a C will come, but probably yes. And now we are... So this is the second, this is the green 2 that was already above the green 1, but now it's coming back down. So if we can find support here and the moving average starts to go up again, which would take a few more days, at least 3 days to stabilize the moving average, probably this could be a nice accumulation phase on the daily. And you guys see here already that we have a nice support level on the volume by price around the 0.197. So this could act as a very good support for those extensions there. Actually, it acted here as a good support. This candle started to go to the downside with the extension A, but then it went up, back up again. The second candle here back up again, and then the extension B brought it back down, but it's now finding support around this level. So I would say that on the daily, this is like accumulation phase. Probably again a coin that could go after Bitcoin if we have a breakout on Bitcoin, which is still not happening. Bitcoin is very quiet today, just going in between 59 and 59.3. Also, there is something I'm looking here in this coin VET. The MACD is going to turn bullish soon. If we continue this pace, the blue line is going to cross the orange and the bars are close to neutral. So we could see a turnover on the price action for the bullish case on the MACD in 1 or 2 bars. Probably 2. if we continue to go down a bit and correct again, finding support here. But I would say that the daily looks much like Solana, so it looks better than the weekly Solana chart, but the weekly this on VET doesn't look so bad. Let me just check the 4 hour here. Yeah, it's finding support. Even the 4 hour is finding support on the 20 period moving average. This is accumulation, guys. This is accumulation. We had several MRI tops. They respected the MRI tops. Look at that. This is perfect. One MRI top, correction. One MRI top, correction. One MRI top, and here the coin said fuck you, and it went back up, but now probably is going to find support here and continue a bit to the upside. Although we had a sell signal, which confirmed 2 candles later. Be careful here because of that previous candle. The MACD on the 4 hour has just turned bearish. But I would say that it could just hold the position here on that support moving average and continue to the upside soon. But this for me is an accumulation phase. It's not giving me any signs of a breakout soon. Okay, let's see more. My dancing queen. You guys are nuts. I said it before, I say it again. This is a very small community, but very tight one. I like you guys. Token is the name of a real character in South Park. Oh, wow. I'm a fan of South Park. I didn't know Token is the name of a real character. Who is that guy? No problem, Diogo. Anytime. Let's just take a look. I don't even know what time it is. You guys make me forget about time. Bitcoin looks the same. It doesn't move. You guys can see it here. I love this. I love this being an MRI top, and Bitcoin is just saying, fuck you, MRI top. I don't care about you. So here we are. Bitcoin is holding that line of resistance there against the MRI top. I love it. Bitcoin is fighting for its life. And I hope it closes like that. It's 37 minutes more to go. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? Please, guys, throw me questions. Give me another really, really unknown shitcoin. Today is unknown shitcoin day. And I will check, while I wait a bit, I will check if the stream is looking good. Wow, this is already... I've been talking for 1.5 hours. You guys are nuts. You kept me here talking with myself for 1.5 hours. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's good. Let me save it. BNB, Jesus Christ, that's not so unknown. That's a very known coin. Link. Oh my God. If you guys like Link, you have to follow Kevin Svensson. He is the Link nut. He is the completely Link addict. The guy loves Link. You have to see his videos and live streams about this Link coin. Let's take a look at BNB. I also never took a look at BNB in my life, so let's see. Of course, BNB should be seen on Binance, I bet. BNB coin. Perpetual futures. What? Well, calculated by TradingView. It should be Binance Coin Tetras. yeah, Tether. So this is the actual price in Tether. Come rocket. Are you serious? I see Maria also wants me to talk about the possible fourth range boundary. Let's see. I'll see that next. So let me check. Binance Tether. I will check this one. Let's go to the weekly. Whoa. Guys, I see a perfect top right now. I don't even look, I don't need to look at anything else, and I see here, look at that. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Unless we have a 5 extended wave, I would say that this is reaching the end of this craziness. What do you guys think about BNB? I would say that this is a 1 to 5 Elliott wave count. Unless we have an extended 5, I don't see BNB getting much higher. But this is just me looking at, for the first time in my life, to a BNB chart on the weekly time frame. I never seen that in my life before. It's the first time. So I see it as not going much more than that, and we already have a big wave 5. I would say probably this goes to maximum 800, and that's it. And this will be already an extended wave 5. So can you guys see this very well? Okay, I guess you guys can see that. So in my opinion, this is just this craziness about BNB coin, which is of course a scam coin, a shit coin, promoted by Binance just to make some more money. I don't understand why people made it go this far and buying like crazy Binance coin. But anyway, this is my view for the weekly. As soon as I looked at this chart, I saw the Elliott waves 5 count here. So accumulation, and now we are on extension A. Let me just, okay, the arrows like that. I like it. So let's see. Guys, there is absolutely no support. There is no support on the weekly. This is a coin that has been all its life below the $30 mark, and now out of nothing decided to go to 650. I wish I bought into it before going like this, crazy like this, but anyway. And this has been for January, February, March, April, May, 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. So let's see. Okay, so nothing there. Let's take a look at the daily. Accumulation again, finding support also on the 20 moving average. We had, look at that, beautiful second consecutive MRI top, retracement, sell signal, then back up again, another MRI top, and we are now in a small correction, but not as strong as the previous one. And probably if this continues to go back down, we will find support again on the 20 period moving average on the daily. The RSI looks nothing special, just neutral. The MACD neutral also, just going back up and back down, going sideways in general. The bar is also not so high or so low. So the MACD doesn't give me any signs of bullishness or bearishness. The RSI the same. And you guys know this is just an accumulation phase. The MRI top, so the all-time high, actually. This was, I bet this was the all-time high for this coin. Was an MRI top, but the first one on the count after this reset here. This was reset the count because we went back down below that fourth candle here. So we reset the count here. If this didn't happen, we would have a third consecutive MRI top here, which would have been much stronger than this one. That's probably why we reset the count, that we are not going back down as strong as here. But I don't see any reasons for this coin to continue going to the upside a lot more. As I said before, I looked at the weekly chart. It looks to me like 5 Elliott waves, which now probably will have an ABC correction. And it could be really, really strong correction, by the way. This could be like 50%. I would say that we can find support here. If this comes back down, the only support after the moving averages is around here. It starts to be here, around $300. This is the MRI support line, and this is also the volume by price accumulation that could support a very big drop in this coin. So I don't see this coin going much higher. If you guys want to know my opinion, I would say this could reach 700. Possibly if we have an extended wave 5, possibly we could go to 800 max. I don't see this coin being a $1,000 coin. I don't. And that's my analysis for Binance Coin. Come Rocket. Okay, let's see. I have the request, Maria's request to see a fourth range boundary. Let's see. We have to go to the Pro Indicators framework. Back to Bitcoin. I don't see it happening easily. Just looking here, I see that we have a strong accumulation area in between this resistance and this support. All this is accumulation and high volume per price level. So it's possible that we are now, Bitcoin is now going to see some resistance again, but I don't see it going back down. In fact, let me say something. I'm going to draw here a line, a trend line in a very short time frame. Here. Let me check. Yeah. So if I draw a trend line here from this second range boundary, touching that area there, that here. So let me say this. You guys see it? So I just plotted this orange trend line, which I will make white as soon as I zoom out again. And so this is the trend line which, in my opinion, if Bitcoin goes below it, it increases really to a really high level the probabilities of we having a fourth range boundary down here, at least at the same level of the second range boundary. And then you know already that below that level, all the smart money is just waiting to buy your Bitcoins if you are weak hands. So I have plotted this trend line here, which I'm going to make white. Sorry for that. I'm just going to take the few minutes. So this is a trend line. This trend line here in white, let me just extend it a bit. Like that. So let's leave it there. So in my opinion, if we cross that line to the downside, the probabilities of having a fourth range boundary really close to the second range boundary level or below it increase dramatically. If we can hold this trend line and probably even coming down here, and I don't know if you guys noticed already, but this is almost a triangle here. So it forms a triangle, a symmetrical triangle, with the top of the ranging channel and the trend line I just plotted. And it's possible that we can come back down again, being supported by the trend line, and then breaking this range finally, and having a breakout to the upside. This is what I can see here forming. So unless that happens, we break this trend line to the downside. And even then, we would have this support area, which is not bad. It was a very good support in the past for once and twice, here 2 times already. I don't see a fourth range boundary, at least below the mean line of this ranging channel. It will not be easy. So that's my opinion on the fourth range boundary, which I see it's not a very probable thing to happen right now, unless we break the trend here. And that's it for the fourth range boundary. Come Rocket, trust me, it's a real coin. I will believe when I see it. Let me check. Let's go back to the MRI. And let's go here. And I'm going to write... Dude, I wrote comment, there's nothing there. Are you making jokes? What is the indicator that gives you the right moment to buy or sell? I mean the green or red star. Well, just while Bichimoku thinks about the Come Rocket and what the ticker name is, I will answer that question by Diogo. So let's say we are on an MRI strategy, and of course my sell signal will always be the MRI tops. You guys see it here, the second MRI top, second consecutive MRI top after this one. This one was not respected, of course, and if I had sold any of my positions here, I would have bought in again with the green star. But this one, the MRI top here, this is a second consecutive MRI top. I would not sell it immediately, but I would at least see that this second candle after the MRI top was not going back up again at the same level as that one. That shows to me that the price action is really, really weak and the sell pressure is really high. So I would have sold part of my position here at the start of this candle as soon as it starts to go down and continuing to go down. And when I saw that red star, I would probably be happy, but I would buy back again some part of my position as soon as it touches the 20 simple moving average. If you are talking about a short-term trade, of course, this is a short-term trade. It's just a few days, or yeah, this is the daily chart, just a few days. I usually don't make such short trades. I usually make it like weeks or months. Like I'm a bit more of a swing trader, not like the Brazilian guy that thought that swing trade was about his wife. That was really funny in a private chat room called São Paulo Swing Trades. And this guy enters and starts to talk about his wife and how he loves his wife to be, let's say, enjoyed by other people. That was funny. Of course, they had to explain to this guy that swing trade is not that. It's about the markets. So, yeah, if you are talking about the MRI, of course, MRI tops and bottoms are my big indicators that you should buy or sell, depending on what the time frame is. So I usually decide that about the weekly time frames, daily time frames. But for the long term, I don't like to make trades starting in the morning, closing at the night. So I don't usually do that. I usually stick to my trades for some time more. Of course, if you are talking about the pro indicators, then this is a completely different strategy. I usually take profit in bull markets. I take profit on the first range boundary. If I identify one really soon, usually it's really hard. It's really hard for me to identify a first range boundary. I usually start to think about going long again on a second range boundary, and I take profits on the third range boundary, which are much, much easier to identify than the first range boundary. So on my pro indicator strategy, I usually trade the ranges. In a bull market, this means buying 1% of my portfolio on the second range boundary, taking some profits on the third range boundary. If a fourth range boundary occurs, then again long your position, doubling the one you have already on the second. And if a breakout occurs, then you don't take profits, or if you have done it before the breakout occurs, then you trend follow and you go to the next range. So this is my strategy for the Pro Indicators framework and the MRI Indicator strategy. I hope I answered you. So what's the indicator? In your opinion, is best to trade in, for example, BTC USD or BTC USDT? Well, it just depends on what you need, Umberto. If you believe that Tether is, of course, Tether is a stable coin, but this is, some people talk about being a scam and so on. If you believe that Tether is completely safe for you to trade, it's exactly the same as trading in US dollars. If you don't believe in Tether being such a safe asset because of all the FUDs and all the rumors about Bitfinex and all that stuff, then you should consider trading by US dollars. If you use exchanges that allow US dollars, of course, like Coinbase or Bittrex or Kraken, or all those credible exchanges allow US dollars and euros and all that. So, of course, you can use the US dollars. I would much more prefer to trade in US dollars than Tether, although it's not a question of the price because Tether is a stable coin and always follows the dollar. But if by any chance you are one of those people that believe Tether is not really legit, then you should trade in US dollars. Oh, Bichimoku said that Rocket is not on TradingView, so I guess, man, I guess you were just making fun of me. Okay, no problem, I'm just joking. Guys, let me check. I completely forget the time when I'm with you guys. Wow, this is almost 2 hours already. That's a very long stream. You are pushing it, guys. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I already answered that, Henry Hudson. I already said that the MRI is on an 8 red count. So probably the next weekly candle, it will be a 9 MRI bottom. So according to my MRI analysis, I would say that if you want to arbitrage between shitcoins and Bitcoin, probably next week will be the best time for it, unless we start to go up right now on Bitcoin dominance. Very accurate. Thanks again. No problem, Diogo. Yep, it's about this news. But it is on CMC ticker commis. You're a joker, man. Guys, and what about the likes? Yeah, let me check the likes. I have 15 likes. How is that possible? You should gently touch the like button, because I am about to go away because I also have a life and I love you guys, but I also have to cook dinner and eat something and just relax a bit, because my life is not 24 hours trading and not for sure 24 hours streaming. But it's really fun to be here with you guys. I love it. On Saturdays, I love it. This is BNB coin. Let's check. Oh, Bitcoin is going back up again. Oh, yeah. It's already 100 and something dollars above what it was half an hour ago. It's not a big difference, but let me just put this in auto. Yeah, looks better. Yeah, the 4-hour closes in 15 minutes, and that's about the time I'm going to give you guys more. So let's just check how the 4-hour will close. By the way, let me just refresh this because I believe this is going crazy already. So many charts and zoom ins and zoom outs. Let's refresh this and see if everything is fine. Yep. Yeah, it's a bit lower than that. Okay. But we are still above the triangle. We are still above the triangle, and that's very good. I hope we close above the triangle. Let's... it's just a hair above the triangle. Wow. So actually we cannot close below 59,100, 59.1. We cannot close below that, or I bet this will be inside the triangle. Let's see how this evolves. And guys, I will wait for the close of this candle, but then I have to go, sorry. Let's see. Man, I never seen such an empty order book on the buy side. Low liquidity pumps. Hey, hey, Mind August, you are here. It's the first time I saw you write anything. You writing something here on the chat. Yeah, the order book is really... I didn't check. Actually, I didn't check the order book very closely today, but I heard it's really empty. Hey, Paulo. I was late to the show, but I will watch it later as usual. Never miss, never stop. Paulo, don't worry. Today we had the shitcoin discovery stream, so people asked me to analyze a lot of shitcoins, which I never heard about, even in my lifetime. But it was fun. It was fun. Of course, you have the Bitcoin analysis at the start, and then we have a few jokes in between, and then some shitcoins, if you are into that. Awesome, thank you. No problem, Harry. Green Star, BTC to the moon. Sorry, just messing with the trend. No. It's really fighting for its life. It's not going to the moon so soon, but it's trying. I see a big resistance here, Paulo. I see a big resistance. But if we can close this candle in 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever at the top of the hour, if we can close this just here, at least with the green star and a bit above the top of the triangle, that will be a win for today. For this candle, at least, this will be a win. And then let's see how the next candle behaves. And on the weekly, this was, of course, the weekly closes tomorrow, but this is a 1 to 4 candle correction. So it's not easy to break out of that because the weekly is very relevant. And this is just a daily chart. But this is a green 2 above a green 1, so that's good. And the green star, that's good. And if we close above the top of the triangle, that's good. And the RSI is pointing up, and the MACD is becoming bullish. So that's good. Everything is good except for this 1 to 4 candle correction on the weekly. Exactly. This resistance is massive. The resistance starts at 59 and it goes to 61, 62. I have it here somewhere. I have the resistance here on the pro indicators. Yeah. So this starts around, let's see, 59. Yeah, exactly. 59, 62. It's massive. If we can break this and at the same time break the ranging channel and at the same time breaking the ceiling of the indicator here and the trend channel and the resistance context, look, it's so many things we have to break now. So many things. It's not going to be easy for Bitcoin to break all this to the upside and come clean on the other side. It's not going to be easy. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I'm really anxious for the close of the week tomorrow. I would love the week to close. Let's go to the MRI and I will show you guys here. 1 week. I would love the weekly to close at this level minimum, 59,000. Because then we would be above the trend line. If we close at 59 and the top of the triangle is exactly 59, if we close at 59, we are above the trend line, we are about to break the top of the triangle, and we are showing really good strength in this position, in this price structure. So that's what I hope for tomorrow during the close of the week. And the MRI top is really pressing the price. But we still have 10 minutes to go. We are still above. We are exactly on the top of the triangle right now. Yeah. Above. So, yeah, this. Let me check the 10-minute chart or 5-minute chart. We now found support here on the top of the triangle. We are starting a new 5-minute candle, and this new 5-minute candle is just going up. We had an MRI top. Look, guys, in the 5-minute chart, this is so accurate. We had an MRI top on the 5-minute, and the price was going down after that. And we had a sell signal. Although we had a buy signal here because this was a big reversal, but then we had a sell signal, and we have been going down since then. Although the next candle now is going back up on this 5-minute. Let's take a look at the 1-minute and see what happens. Look at that. I like the tone phase indicator. MRI warning there, retracement. MRI top, retracement. All sell signals down here, and we have been going down. And now we found support on the 59 on the minute. And that's amazing. We found support exactly on the top of the triangle, and we had a reversal of the price action, and we are going back up. It's really funny to watch these minutes charts. Let's see. Hi, here you go, David. Hey, David, how are you? I have not seen you in the last few videos. Resistance is massive. Oh yeah, well, always learning even shitty things. Yeah, volume is low. That's a lot of green. Tuesday you will have a big party, right? Soccer side joke. I don't know, Paulo. It has been years since I follow the Portuguese soccer teams. I had enough of that for a few years. I love to see the national team, but I'm not into the soccer teams anymore. I don't watch it so much. Of course, I like to know when when my team wins, but Sporting, of course. With a break of the high, what do you think a good target zone is? I heard Willy Woo saying it wants to go past mid-80s. Well, I have to say that Willy Woo knows a lot more than I do. He's a very good on-chain analyst, one of the top, for sure. In my opinion, we could go as high as the mid-70s, low 80s. And I'm not saying this because you said anything about Willy Woo. This was in my mind already since I looked at the charts before. And I always believed that we would reach at least the 72 to 75K, if not the 80. So in my opinion, we can go, if we have a new breakout, we can go to 75. Let's make it an average. So $10,000 more would be my target, above the, of course, above the current all-time high, which is 64 something, almost 65. I would put $10,000 more on top of that. I did not check the Fibonacci levels yet, to be honest. So I would have to confirm, but just based on the price structure and what I see on the charts, I would say 75 is not so difficult to achieve. Visited Portugal once, Lisbon and a few smaller towns. The food was great. Lisbon is nice too. Yeah. One of the great things about Portugal is the food. One of the worst things about Portugal is the government. which is now trying to become a dictatorship and invading people's houses. I wish I would not have to talk about this, but I'm just going to say it to you guys. 2 nights ago, the Portuguese government ordered that people were, this kind of hotel and private resort and houses around and stuff like that, where people can buy their own houses in that resort. So there was this immigration group of people, group of immigrants that were working in that area, and because they were in very, very difficult conditions, of course, I'm not saying that they weren't, but the Portuguese government decided that after allowing them to get in and putting them to live in those really horrible conditions, now they decided to violate the private property laws and put all those people inside the houses of other people which have the property. So that was really crazy. Everyone is going crazy about this here in Portugal. So we have really good stuff, really good food, really good beaches, countryside, weather. Everything is really nice except for this government of corrupts and totalitarian minds that we have here. And I will not say anything else right now, because that makes me really, really nervous, just to know that these people are in the government. So let's go back to the charts. Tone Vase loves to talk politics. I don't like to talk politics so much, at least on my live streams. But anyway, we are going back up. Just a few seconds away, guys. This is 50 seconds away of the closing. Look at that. Look how Bitcoin is recovering now. Let me go to the 4 hours. Let's see where we are. Yeah, we are again a bit above the triangle. So back to the 1 minute. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come back down. That's a nice level to stay. In 25 seconds, we close that. Don't do that. Stay there. I don't like the shooting star on the minute chart. Stay green. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. This looks like a watch party, guys. Yeah, that's better. It's not a shooting star anymore. Now it is again. And it's closed. And like South Park would say, and it's gone. All your money, it's gone. If you've seen that episode, it's a laugh. I loved it. Okay, now you can go back down, I don't mind. So the candle was closed. Let's see how this closed on the 4 hours. Yeah, the MRI top. No, it's not closed. You guys lied to me. What's happening? Oh, that was the minute. I'm so stupid. That was the minute chart, and I thought this was the last minute. So there's still 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. I need my nicotine, guys. Just 1 second. We were still 2 minutes away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go back. So 1 minute chart. So that's this candle and the next one, right? Yeah. Don't go back down. And Jesus, it was a shooting star. I said it. Shooting stars do it like this. It just goes back down. Sorry guys, this was already 2 hours of stream. I'm thirsty. I was crying for nicotine, so I had to drink some water. Okay, let's see. Last minute. 4 hours, just going to confirm. Yeah, this is the last minute. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. Oh, I love that. Go back up, go back up. I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see. Oops, sorry, there's no price there. I hope you guys can see that. We are going back up. 25 seconds to close the 4 hour and the MRI top. Stay there, Bitcoin. Stay there, cool down. No, don't do it. Don't do it. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the shooting star. Again, just before we went back down. Yep, so... So this is the 4 hour. Let's hope the next candle is not going to completely destroy this breakout we had. But I guess at least during this MRI top we didn't go down. So let's see. I would beware, guys, if you are trying to avoid some kind of disappointment, and if you want to make a stop loss, I would put it around 57.7, which is this low here. 57.5, let's say, around 57.5, 57.6. But I have a feeling that the next candle will turn out to be green, unless I'm completely wrong. Guys, let's see. I know you are really cool people. Not everyone is going crazy. I think it was a correct call. What are you talking about? Not everyone is going crazy. I think it was a correct call. I will always prefer the poor instead of the rich. Yeah, but the problem is not that. The problem is when you start... I don't like to discuss politics so well, but let me just give you my point of view on this. When a government starts to take people's houses, and this means property, this means people have worked for that property and have paid taxes on many years of work, and when the government starts to take people's houses just to correct their own mistakes, because the problem is they brought those people here and gave them containers to live in, and then to correct their own mistakes of the government, they start to take people's houses. That is very wrong. I'm not saying that those people don't need help. I'm saying that the government is acting like this to correct their own mistakes, and they should pay for it and not take people's houses. That's why, by the way, that's why I'm getting rid of all my property. All my property is being sold, almost none already, and everything I have is in Bitcoin. So I don't care about that anymore. I don't trust my government with my property. Yes, David, it's possible to visit Portugal right now because the lockdowns are over. So the 100% lockdown is over, but there are still a few just small restrictions that people have to comply with. For example, you cannot stay in a restaurant with more than 6 people at the same table, stuff like that. But the borders are now open. You can even travel by car to Spain, and the Spanish can travel here. By plane, you always could come here, but you had to do this COVID test and stuff like that. But now everything is open. The restaurants are back open. The coffee shops are back open also. So you can visit Portugal, definitely. Dennis, I still don't know. Hey, Dennis. Dennis is asking me what I'm going to cook later. I still don't know. I have to go to my fridge and check what's there. So I usually just... decide my menu based on what I have available on that time. So I still don't know. I have to check what I have there. I can't remember. Vape all you want. It's your stream. Yeah, it's all right. David, we are open for business. At least England green listed us. Yeah, I didn't know that. So England or the UK? I don't know. Really? Mindaugas had a fight with a black guy in Lisbon. Wow. I lived in Lisbon for many years, 20 plus, 20 many years. I never had that kind of problem, but I'm glad everything turned out okay with you. And I hope the black guy was worse than you were. Okay, guys, I love you. I love you all, but we still have 16 people. Actually, today we had a peak. I guess, let me see. Yeah, 19, almost 20 people at the same time, concurrent connections. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I really do. As you guys can see, the price action is still very quiet. It's not moving a lot. Let me just check here. Not this, but this. Okay. Yeah, it's past 2 hours already. I hope you really enjoyed the stream. It's 9 p.m. in Portugal, 9 p.m. in 5 minutes. It's very late. I had a delay in my stream today. I was about to stream, but then I had this problem with the computer. So let me just go back to stop the screen share. Here I am. Okay, so I had this problem today. I was about to start streaming around, if I'm not mistaken, around 6 p.m. because I had a late lunch with some friends. So I could only come home to my studio around that time. So I was about to stream at 6. Then I had a problem with the computer. There was this setting that it was wrong on OBS, which is my streaming software. And we were dropping a lot of frames and the stream was not really connecting to YouTube. So I had to stop that, correct, discover, find out the problem, and then correct it, and then start back my stream around 7 p.m. So that's why it started so late today. I hope to improve with time because, you know, having new computers and problems with the internet, it's not easy to solve everything at the same time, but we will get there. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. Of course, gently touch the like button if you enjoyed this content. Please, guys, just go there and gently touch the like button. It means a lot to this channel. It helps me to grow the community around this channel. Also helps me to have the YouTube algorithm to announce the streams to more people. And maybe we can grow this community a bit more. I know that we love to be just 20 people on the chat, and it's very funny, but it's also funny if you have a bit more, and the craziness starts to appear on the chat. Okay, so guys, I really enjoyed today to be here with you, and I also enjoyed the new shitcoins you told me about, which I didn't know. So don't forget to share the stream with your friends, and don't forget also that tomorrow, Sunday, I usually take the day off, so unless anything extraordinary happens, but usually on Sundays I don't record, I don't stream, it's just a day to relax, and we will be back on Monday if everything goes as normal, so with my regular recordings of 15-20 minutes. And I hope you enjoyed this stream and everything happened without any problems. So guys, gently touch the like button, share this with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye bye.